Rob?
Hello everyone and welcome to Rob's Rogues, and we are at the final stage of my Batman the Animated Series review. I bet you're wondering, geez Rob, when we were ever going to get to the end. I told you I had a lot of things. I warned you. I've taken a few little breaks here and there and trying to find all the extra pieces. I have managed to find some of the accessories for some of my action figures, so maybe I may give a little bit of an update of which accessories I found for which action figures. But we've also kind of looked at coloring books, crayons, pens, pencils, bowls, plates, toothbrushes, shampoo most recently. And now we're kind of at the fun part. Not that everything else hasn't been fun here, but video game. Video, does it sound like a 13-year-old boy? Video games. Video games. That's right. I have bought my fair share of Batman the Animated Series video games as well. These are basically all for Nintendo and then PlayStation. I have two Nintendo games and then two PlayStation games. I did have two Sega games, but the roommate that I lived with, a long time ago, back when I bought those, probably 93, 94, he had the Sega Genesis and I had the Nintendo and PlayStation. So I thought, well, I like Batman and Robin, I'm going to buy the video games, and I bought them for Sega, and then after time I kind of forgot about them and we went our separate ways. He has my games. And I couldn't review them anyways. You probably can hear my cat comment on it as well. I couldn't review those games if I wanted to because I do not own a Sega Genesis, but there were some, so you can go out there and look for them. But we will be going through some of these video games, and I do have a handheld here. It's by, I believe this is by Tiger? Yes, good old Tiger, if you remember those days, and this is the actual video that we will be, that you clicked on to see, but this is for the video game portion, as I said. I do have the Game Boy game here, and there's the actual Game Boy game, and I have a Super Nintendo that works, and I believe we have the Game Boy handheld version. I also had bought the Game Boy, the Super Game Boy that you could plug into your Super NES, that the cartridges would go in there so you could play them on your big screen TV, or big screen probably back in the day was 21 inches. Wow, that was so big back then. But that cartridge, or the adapter cartridge, is something that, surprise, has been misplaced. I can find a lot of my other games. I have the Super NES, I turned it on last night, it works just fine. But I can't find that cartridge. I'm assuming it's probably at my parents'. The handheld game that I was talking with my hands with, I accidentally activated it, so it kind of distracted me, and I was like, oh cool, and I started to play it, forgetting that I was talking to the camera. Boy, attention span is really short here on Rob's Rogues. But what I was saying was I've got to track down that cartridge. So the worst case scenario, I may not be able to review or have us look at this game. Speaking of the games and how you are going to be viewing this on your computer screen or your handheld device or whatever, I'm still kind of having some computer issue problems. I could feed the information into my computer. It really bogs down the computer, and I could make a video file and talk over it and things like that. I may attempt to do that, but just for the purpose of this video is to me be able just to talk about the game. If you want to see crisp, clear video gameplay, then you can probably type it on your keyboard and do a search on YouTube for these actual games I'm talking about. So I'm sure I'm going to hear somebody go, well, it's kind of grainy, we kind of can't see it, or it's not picture clear, you should probably run it through your computer. That's not the purpose of this. It's just to kind of, I'm going to do this old school and we'll see if it works. I may try and actually get some of these on my computer, but it takes up a lot of computer memory and RAM to run it, and I just kind of want to basically just show you the gameplay, and if you want to look at it to more in depth, there's plenty of people that have their game systems all hooked up into their computer. This isn't going to be a step-by-step and we're going to go through one giant entire level. This is just a chance for you to get to see it and get to kind of hear me play some of these games. Some for the first time in 20 years. I know the handheld game, and hopefully I can do the Game Boy game, but definitely the Super Nintendo Adventures of Batman and Robin game for, you know, animated series. I haven't played that since the day it came out, or, you know, that time frame that I was playing it. So it'll be interesting probably just to hear me try and play, and we'll laugh along. My wife is going to jump in and play the 2-player game for the new Batman Adventures of, I had never said that title right, but you know, the final season of the animated series. So you hopefully have that to look forward to. So this is just a chance for you to be able just to kind of see it, hopefully the best that you can. The camera's running really good. I kind of did some test footage, and you'll be able to see things, you'll be able to make things out, but it's just to kind of for you to get a feel of how the games looked. And like I said, there's plenty of people on YouTube that do such a great job of just showing you the video games and things like that. But this is just to hopefully have some fun, and, you know, enough rambling and talking. This is the little, you know, precursor before we start. Another little edit there. This is the precursor before we start to actually play the game. So why don't we stop talking and let's get to our very first game here. This is going to be interesting to try and film. As you can kind of see the light bouncing off from the camera and surrounding lights. So I'm going to have to get into a nice lit room. I have not played this game in over 20 years. This came out in 1992. So then this is by Tiger. This is Batman the Animated Series, of course. What else would it be? So we'll pause the camera right here, and I'll get this whole thing set up, and we'll see if we can't play just a little bit of this game. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Alright, here we are back to the video game portion, and we can see this knucklehead back here in the reflection of the video game. Hey everyone, how's it going? We're here taking a look at the Tiger Batman, actually electronic Batman the Animated Series handheld video game. Of course, I said by Tiger, and this nice little baby blue and yellow and light purple and dark purple, cheesy kind of color here. You know, it's not too big here. Yeah, here's my hand in proportion, and then here's the handheld video game. So I used to have a lot of these. As a matter of fact, I still have most of them. I had a baseball game. I'm a Tigers fan, so I had a Detroit Tigers one. I had a generic football game. I had a soccer game. I was really big into soccer. It's a sport I still very much like. And you know, you get these games. I'm not exactly sure how much this was. This was a Christmas present in 1992. Now, granted, I was just entering my senior year of high school in 1992, so I think I was 17 in 1992. So this was something that my parents had picked up for me. They thought, oh, you know, Rob likes Batman. By this point, they realized, okay, Rob's not growing up. He's still playing with his toys. So now we're getting him what he's asking for Christmas. So I'm going to apologize again for the way I'm shooting some of these things. With a game like this, there is no auxiliary out port at all that I could even if I wanted to plug this into a computer, there is no way to do it. Of course, there's the battery port here. The battery slot, 2 AA batteries. I just put these in. I recommend if you have handheld games, or even some of your action figure vehicles that have batteries, or anything that has batteries that you've not played in a very long time, or that you're not planning on doing anything with, take your batteries out. They will erode, they'll not explode, but they'll leak and all that type of stuff. And I have a Batman Forever vehicle that I have to clean up because I left the batteries in there and they kind of seeped out a little bit. But enough of the battery safety. Let's get into the game itself, and I'm going to, again, I'm not going to apologize anymore. You know, this is as good as this is going to get with this type of game being a very, very reflective surface. Of course, you can see Batman here, and he's up against the Joker, Poison Ivy, and the Riddler. I'm not going to play through probably a whole entire level. It's going to be really funny to see me try and play this thing. So hopefully you can watch this and we won't have my dumb, ugly mug in the shot. So let's get this thing started. See Batman flying in there? Okay, I really don't know. Okay, there's jumping. Wow. That's the Riddler. I'm not even exactly sure what the heck I'm doing here. Okay, jump over that. You have your jump here. I just got hit. Okay, apparently the Joker's behind me. These type of games, I don't think I've played this very much. Okay, I just got hit there by these little Riddler bombs. Apparently I have to jump over these. Wow. Okay, he hit me again. This really kind of sucks, you know? Oh, this is probably going to be so horrible to watch. Horribly bad or horribly awesome. I don't know exactly what I did. -2 is my score. Wow, that is something special, isn't it? I don't know if it's just funny having played Injustice: Gods Among Us and regressing clear back to, you know what, the regular Nintendo was 8-bit and we had 32-bit. What is this? 1-bit? You could see the animated series backdrop here in the background. That was really kind of annoying. No wonder I probably didn't play this very long. We'll give it one more shot here. Theme song. So we get a little bit closer here. It's Batman flying in. Joker behind me. Oh, see, I just got hit. Poison Ivy. So the dotted lines must be the road. So I've got a Batarang that I can't seem to hit anybody with. There, I got the Riddler. Alright. Got him again. This is going to be so probably horrible to watch. I just hit Poison Ivy there. There's the Joker. Well, I got the Riddler right again that time. I don't even know if you guys are going to be able to see this at all. Wow, this is going to look so funny once I get this video on the computer. My cat has a complete distaste for this right now. Oh, I'm so going to apologize for the crappiness of this video. Wow, how annoying is that? I'm down to a 1. Okay. -3, is that worse? We'll have to see the score as this goes through. Again, I am profusely apologizing. This guy here in the reflection really apologizes for this video, but trust me, in person this does play a little bit better, and I'm sure through here on the camera this was absolutely horrible to watch. So trust me, the other videos are going to look much, much better. But this was one of the things you could buy in 1993. This little... boy, this really seems dated now, Rob. So this is by Tiger, and this is their version of the electronic Batman the Animated Series handheld video game. Alright, maybe I ought to try one more time. Here we go. Whew. Wasn't that fun? Yeah, I don't know exactly what to say. If Chapman Films were here, he would say, Tiger video game. Good job, or a dog vomit? A dog vomit. You could say probably dog vomit. It's really weird after having just played Injustice: Gods Among Us not more than an hour before I shot this, and then going back to the Stone Age. I probably could have drawn this quicker and had more fun drawing it. I didn't realize the throw and the tack button was here till the second time that I played it. So it is what it is. for handheld games of Tiger, it's on par with everything else. It's just kind of like my soccer game that I have, and a football game and a baseball game that I have as well. It's nowhere near, obviously, fully graphic and realized video game. It's just little tiny pieces of artwork that are moving. I mean, it's decent for what it was, but I think this may have been $6 or $7 at the most back in '92 for something like this, as I look really short on film for some reason. So hopefully I'll get a chance to do the animated series Game Boy game, and we can kind of compare and contrast at least a little bit. But you know, the Game Boy game is obviously going to be, you know, far and above what this is. Not bad, not great. Granted, I didn't buy this, so it's just something to kind of nice and have in amongst all my other Batman animated series collection. But I thought this might be something nice to kind of take a look at and just kind of see. And I just got done watching. My computer's just right behind you here. If you move out of the way, it's right over there. But I looked at it, and it's kind of crappy, so I'm not gonna lie. I was apologizing profusely while I was playing it, but at least you got to kind of see what it was. Maybe you didn't even know this was out there, and maybe you're probably now glad that you passed on picking this thing up. So anyway, this is the review for the Electronic Tiger Batman the Animated Series video game. As horrible as this was probably to watch, I apologize. The next one won't be so bad, I hope. So, we'll see you. So, as always, this is Rob for Rob's Rogues signing off, saying we will see you guys, and for the Batman universe as well, next time.